All right, let's get straight to it. 97 Dodge Stratus. This is the 2.4 liter engine. Today we are changing the front brake pads, and this is what your brake pads should look like. I have my vehicle in the air and I have my jack stands in place. The reason why I have my vehicle in the air is because I'm using the impact drill. If you're not, you can still get it off because this right here isn't spinning. But just to save the parking pole, I would set the car on the ground, loosen these lugs a little bit, then I'll raise the car up and then finish getting those lugs off. All right, so these are the bolts that have to come out to get this caliper off. They're two 10mm bolts. You got one right here and one down here. Let's get those bolts off and we should be able to slide this caliper back. All right, you see these two bumps right here on the back of the brake pads? They basically sit right into the caliper right here. So this is why I have my C-clamp on here. So I'm able to compress my piston in my caliper a little bit and push this caliper off of this brake pad. And now I can slide this caliper off. And once you get ready to slide the caliper off, you have to slide from the bottom up because the top part here hooks in up top. And when you take the pads out, I like to keep them where I took them out from. So this is the inboard pad, this is the outboard pad. And now I can switch out the brake pad for its exact copy without getting my pads mixed up. So this one would be going inboard and this one would be going outside. Now it's time to compress our pistons all the way. So let's remove this brake reservoir cap and just set it loosely on top. This is my setup for put my piston back in. So I have my C-clamp and my old brake pad. So I'm getting ready to turn this piston back in now. So the way I like to apply my brake grease is to make as little of a mess as possible. So instead of putting it on the back of the pads, I put it on the back, or I put it where it makes contact with the pads, which in this case is the edge of the piston right here, and also the backs of the forks right here. That's what makes contact with the back of the brake pads. So there's no need to put a bunch of brake grease on the back of the brake pads. It's just gonna collect dust and stuff like that and cause a lot of gunk. So putting on the outside pads is pretty simple. Basically you got these two nipples right there, one here and one there. You want to fit those in the back side of these holes here where my glove is sticking through. And on the outside of these two tabs, you want them to be on the outside. Pretty much, see, I can do it with one hand. See, so just like that. It's that easy. And once you have both pads in there like that, even ready to go, now we can put our brake pads on. So I was able to slide the top part in first, right there, and then I slid the back part down, put my bolts in, and tighten them up. So now the caliper is on. All right, so the only thing left to do now is put our tire back on.